I'm Allie Knight, your LPGA and PGA certified golf instructor, and this is Putting 101. First thing we're going to talk about is our grip. There's a lot of different preferences and styles with putting, so today we're just going to talk about traditional style. So with that, you're going to start with your left hand being on the end if you're a right-handed golfer. Your palm goes to the middle of the shaft with your thumb pointing straight down, and then with your right hand you're going to do the same, palm to the grip with your right thumb pointing down. You can also take your left index and kind of overlap your right hand if you would like that, but like I said again, it's all preference, so do what feels good. And once you do that, you've got your grip. The next thing we're going to talk about is our stance and our setup when putting. So what you want to do is have your feet about shoulder width apart, and then you're going to hinge at the waist. You want your arms dangling down, and we want our eyes to be over the ball. The ball position is going to be just barely in front of the middle of our stance. Once we've got that, we've pretty much got our setup. We've got our grip and we've got our stance. Now we're going to talk about, does your putter fit you? So here I've got one that's, you're going to see, way too long. When I get my stance, there's a lot of excess grip here above my hands, and that's a good way to know if it's too long. Another way would be to the side here. You can see that excess putter grip below my forearms, versus if I have the correct fit putter size, when I get that stance, that grip is going straight up my forearm. So that's a great way to know, is your putter the correct length? You might notice there's a lot of different styles of putters out there. If you can see, if you balance a putter on your finger, you can see how that putter hangs. This one is more of a blade style putter. You can see it's thinner here. And it has that toe hang, where that toe, there's more weight down in the toe with this one. Versus a mallet putter, you can see it's bigger, and when I balance that putter, the face is now pointed more to the sky, so that weight is more centered. There's also different grip styles. Some are thicker, which is good to have less wrist, and then some are a little bit thinner, so you can kind of feel the speed of the putt, I guess you could say. So those are the two different types and styles. I suggest using a mallet putter. It's easier when that putter is bigger because it can flow back and forth through the stroke easier and more consistent. Let's talk about the actual stroke now. When we get set up and in position, we don't want any wrist moving, so we want to keep our wrists very locked. We are going to use our bigger muscles like our shoulders, but we want our hips to stay very still. So you're using the upper body motion of our shoulders, keeping the wrists locked. If you can do that, your putting will be consistent and repetitive, and your speed control will be improved. The difference between a good putter and a great putter is your distance control. One of the components of that is the length of your stroke, of your backswing and your follow through. So as you can see, I've got two markers down for a shorter putt, and so my backswing and follow through will be shorter. Versus a longer putt, that backswing and follow through will be longer. Do this and you will have better speed control. The second component that helps your speed control is your tempo. So a great way to work on that is just thinking tick, tock, tick, tick-tock. If you can stay in that tick-tock tempo, your distance control and speed control will work out great for you. Now we're going to work on our putting within 8 feet. What we do, this is called the circle drill. We're going to put 5 spots around the hole, all within a club length. You can use your putter to measure. You put a tee down or a ball marker. You do all 5 and you try to make them all in a row. Once you complete that, you can then move it back another grip length and do it again. This is a great drill to go out there and improve those short putts within 8 feet. The next drill we're going to talk about is called the ladder drill. The way we set it up is we're going to put a tee at 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 feet and a ball at each spot. You're also going to put an alignment stick about a club length past the hole. That then is the good marker for your distance control on leaving that ball within the hole and that rod, because that's our perfect distance for our speed control. Then what you're going to do is putt from each distance and try to get that ball within that area and work your way back and try to do all 5 in a row. This is a great drill to work on that speed control and different distances, so go do it at home.